Here's how I made my Twilight Sparkle Afro wig. First, I got all my colors: neon pink, dark purple, dark blue, and this multicolored pack. The range of colors added a lot more personality to the wig, so I suggest getting a lot. Then you're gonna need a wig head. You're also gonna need a crochet hook and a comb to detangle. And this is the weaving cap that I got. Obviously has a bunch of holes so that I can weave into it. Once you got your supplies, you're ready to start. So first, I took my braiding hair and I cut it in half and then brushed it out. Since my wig was gonna be short, I cut my hair, but if you're planning to make a longer wig, you don't have to do this step. The multicolor pack I got was just so cute. Like, look at that cross section. Then I started weaving into the cap with my crochet hook. My cap was kind of big, so I weaved that part down with the hair, if that makes sense. But this is how it looked after about an hour. This was after maybe 4 or 5 hours of working on it. As you can see, I have different shades of purple going on. That gave it a lot more depth. This was it after about 7 hours. And as you can see, I have certain spots that have like a patch of a specific color. If you're gonna try to do patches of specific colors, you want to layer them over each other on all the layers, if that makes sense. I tried to layer my hair so that the blue would be on the bottom and the purples and pinks would be on the top. At the very top of my wig cap, you could still see like some of the holes, but I just had to ignore that, and I'm gonna curl it so it doesn't really matter that much. This is how it looked on my head. It looked kind of like straightened 4C hair, which is kind of cool, but yeah, you can still see the holes at the top. Then I went to curling, so I used some flexi rods and also did some bantu knots and then boiled that in hot water. After letting that dry, I took out the flexi rods and the bantu knots. Just look at them twirl. If you want tighter curls, section smaller parts, and if you want bigger curls, then do bigger parts. This is how it looked on my head without any of the hair separated. Then I got to separating. Literally just separating each and every piece that you crocheted into it, depending on how like full you want it. The more pieces you separate, the more full and fluffy it's gonna look. So just keep separating until you get it as fluffy as you want. Look at my cute little mullet. Okay, here's how mine turned out. It was pretty flurfy. Then I got to cutting my bangs. Obviously, I have to cut bangs for Twilight, but cutting bangs into wigs is also really good if you want to hide the fact that it looks kind of fake. Also, yes, I know Twilight Sparkle doesn't have an afro. I'm black, so I wanted to give her an afro. And I think it turned out pretty cute. Just look at it. But yeah, this was my first ever wig. I think it turned out really cute. Let me know if you have any tips, and thank you. Bye.